Spurgeon here with RevZilla to talk to you today about the Tourmaster pivot jacket available at RevZilla.com. So with the Tourmaster pivot jacket, this is going to fall squarely into Tourmaster's lineup as a unique piece. Now there's a lot of jackets within Tourmaster, but what's unique about the pivot is it gives you that four-season functionality, but it's going to have a waist cut. We're going to see a lot of four-season jackets within Tourmaster's family, but this is going to be one of the few that's not going to give you a three-quarter length to it. Coming in around the $250 price point, we're going to call this 4 seasons, but really that's going to depend on where you're located. What's cool about this is we're going to show you massive amounts of mesh panels, but then when you get to the inside of the jacket, it's a dual stage Aquatherm liner. There's a full sleeve thermal, full sleeve waterproof, and you can pick and choose how you want to use that liner system. Now from a sizing standpoint, we have high-vis Brian in a size large. He's a large American man, and he fits perfectly in this jacket in a size large. He is 6 foot, 195 pounds with a 42-inch chest. Sizes are going to range from extra small to a 5XL, and then there's also going to be medium to 4XL for the tall length, which gives you a little bit more room down the torso, a little bit more length in the sleeves. Now, Brian is currently wearing the black and gunmetal. There's also a full black version, and there's a high-vis version. Brian's actually a little bit upset that we didn't give him the high-vis today, but he's wearing a high-vis shirt underneath the jacket, which you will see towards the end of the video. Now, when you're looking at this within Tourmaster's lineup, you could take a step up. Something like the Flex LE 2.0 would give you a little bit more protection, and it's going to take a step up from a, just a mass standpoint. It's going to be a longer cut jacket. It's going to be more that three-quarter kind of adventure cut. But if you're not looking for that, this is really what's going to be that one option that's going to give you that more of a waist cut, again, for around that $250 price point. Now, as we work our way through this, some of the things you're going to see on this, there's going to be an adjustable 5-position snap at the top, microfiber line to the back of it, so very comfortable with the collar on that. And then you are going to have a hook back. So if you want to, you have the little hook over there and the little pop of elastication. You can hook that back if you so choose. Brian, I'm just going to go ahead and snap this for you. And again, you have a little bit of that microfiber that runs over the top of the collar, so it's not going to interfere with your Adam's apple or cause you any discomfort. One of the things that I do like about Tourmaster is it is an extremely comfortable option when you're looking around the collar. As we work our way down the arms, there's 2 main materials coming into play with the body of this. You're going to have a 600D Carbolex material, which is going to be the main chassis of the jacket. And you're going to have pops of ballistic nylon reinforced in your impact zones, your elbows as well as your shoulders on this. And then you are going to have CE level armor on the elbows, on the shoulders, to give you that extra bit of protection from the impact, as well as the abrasion protection you're getting from the material itself. Now we talk about this being 3 to 4 season. To be able to tackle the warmer months, you need a massive amount of ventilation, and Tourmaster has done that. You are going to get bicep vents, which will have a zipper that runs the entire length of the bicep. And then you have a snap adjuster on the inside of the arm, and this is going to be able to articulate the fit once that vent is closed, but also if you have that vent open, you can use that bicep adjuster to help just kind of pull the vent open just a hair there as well. When the vent is closed, you do have Velcro to make sure that it just helps to keep from wind pushing through from the outside in. As we work our way down, you do have another one of those snap adjusters at the forearm, and it is on an elasticated strap, so it helps to work with you. So even if you have it in that full position, as Brian begins to flex those forearms back and forth when he's trying to impress the ladies on his motorcycle, that is going to work to make sure it doesn't restrict him in any way. Simple entry cuff to the front of this. There is no zip. It is just going to be a Velcro. And again, with that microfiber lining that out, of the micro fleece rather, it's going to be extremely comfortable. And again, with that lining at the cuff, at the collar, comfort really does come into play here. Working our way down the front, big beefy zipper to this, and they give you a massive pull. I actually really like the zipper pull with this one. Easy in, easy out. Not YKK zippers though, I believe they're ESOs. And then when we're looking at the front of this, you do get a massive amount of mesh paneling. So we're just going to open one of them here so you can get an idea. It will zip down, and then the panels will roll into themselves, and there will be a Velcro connector at the top. So when you're in the closed position, the Velcro is shut, but when it's open, you are getting a massive amount of ventilation for those summer months in the chest and then also in the biceps. Now you'll have dual hand warmer pockets on either side, and then Brian, go ahead and face sideways for me. Throw the hand up in the rider position. You are going to have a massive amount of accordion stretch at the back of the arm, at the back of the elbow. So if you're more of a tuck position, sport touring bike, you're going to be able to get down and tucked in a little bit more without feeling the jacket is kind of fighting against you. And if you're in the full seated position upright, you're going to be very comfortable there as well. As we work our way down the side, that accordion stretch is going to be at the waist with a Velcro adjuster down at the waist, again, giving you maximum amount of flexibility, but also being able to articulate the fit just a bit there. My one kind of a nitpick there, Brian, just throw your hand down for a second for me. I thought they did a really good job of incorporating like the Tourmaster logo down the forearm, but then when they get up to the top on this, I feel like this old style of just rubberized patch is a little bit dated at this point. I would have loved to have seen kind of this go away and just leave that Tourmaster logo stitched into the jacket on the front and then down the forearm as well. Brian, you can go ahead and face backwards for me. On the collar, you are going to have a hood that's going to be kind of hidden up underneath there, and that's going to be a very thin waterproof hood that's going to go up underneath your helmet. So if you do get stuck in the rain, again, that seasonality is coming into play, that dual therm aqua liner. Hood will go up, put the helmet on, and then make sure that no water pushes down the back of the collar. You do have the high-vis Tourmaster logo, the same problem that I had with the logo on the sleeves on this. I wish that they would have just kind of cleaned this up a little bit. They did a really good job of that stitch logo in the front like we just talked about. This can go the way of the dodo. Now, as we open up the back, again, mass amounts of vents to this. You have a huge vent panel, a huge mesh panel rather, for the vents on the back, and then this actually tucks down quite nicely. So within a matter of seconds, you can transform your jacket into a full summer mesh jacket, or if you're then riding where it gets to be colder, you can go ahead and zip that back up. So this is gonna be great for those of you that are riding in climates where, maybe during the day it pops up to, 70, 80 degrees, but then at night it drops down to about 40 or 50 degrees. This is gonna give you that versatility you're looking for out of one jacket. Again, coming in around that $250 price point. As we wrap this up, you will have a short connection zip, 8-inch connection zip if you want to match this with a pair of Tourmaster pants. The back protector in this is just going to be a back pad. It is not a full-on back protector. I would recommend to anyone out there, the first thing you want to do is you want to upgrade that to a CE level back protector so you have the same impact protection in the back as you do in the shoulders. Pops for reflectivity kind of round things out on the back, making sure that you are visible. And Brian, go ahead and you're going to face forward for me at this point in time. Go ahead and unsnap, unzip for me. Now as we open this up, we're going to give you a shot of the liner. So the first thing you'll do, we get to that first set of the liner system, you are going to have a Napoleon pocket on the outside of the jacket. This is not going to be waterproof. It's on the outside of that waterproof liner. And then you are going to have a I'm sorry. Brian, go ahead and unzip that one for me too, the main one. You're going to see the zippers on the side, which is how you're going to get the jacket liner in and out. And again, like I said earlier, it's a two-stage liner. So you can use the thermal or you can use the waterproof, and you can use them in any combination. And then on the inside, you are going to have that thermal liner. So if you are riding in the cooler months of the year, you can go ahead and add that in. And there's plenty of additional storage on the liner systems as well. Now, if you take it all out and you're just wearing the jacket by itself, you will have that full mesh lining on the inside. So if Brian was just wearing this with his t-shirt, you're still going to have that sweat wicking comfort mesh on the inside. And again, plenty of additional storage, whether you're wearing this with the liners or without. And Brian, you can go ahead and zip that up for me. So for those of you out there that are looking for a jacket that's going to give you a waist cut option around that $250 price point with full season thermal as well as mesh venting, you are going to have quite a bit of versatility baked into the Pivot jacket. Now there's a lot of riders out there utilizing Tourmaster gear, and if you want to hear more about what those riders have to say, all you have to do is click the info button on your desktop or mobile device, which will allow you to read other rider reviews from folks that are already out there putting the Tourmaster jacket through its paces. Additional questions for one of our gear geeks, all you have to do is give them a shout, 877-792-9455, or simply shoot over an email to cs@RevZilla.com. Thank you for joining us for this look at the Tourmaster Pivot jacket. I'm Spurge. Enjoy the ride.